Hello everybody, welcome back to the Artisan of Glimmith. 1035 our solve count, and we're at 36 of 66 in the compasses. But I feel like I've said it before, I'll say it again, we've been making reasonable progress. Let's do a 4 over here. Precision 5, compass, polyominoes. Okay. What can we take away from this? It's a great question. First instinct is that a lot of these don't seem like they are applicable to these. Like, I don't, like, this can't work. This doesn't work. So that's my gut check on that. This, though, does fit that perfectly with a 2 up, 2 down. Then that's exactly 5, but this needs 1 underneath, which means we can't leave those 2 there alone. So let's stay on this thread because it looks like a decent thread. 2 above, 2 below. But precision 5, so those lines must exist. It can't be this. So that would leave that. Or this. Or that. Alright, we are not finding immediate success here. This needs 1 below. Alright, that works out. What next? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, can't do that, so that's 5. That might be the only way to get that resolved. Seems to be. This looks like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't be 5. So this. I'm hoping this goes well. I feel good about that corner, and walking around in an anti-clockwise direction seems to be going okay. Looked for my footstool and it had slid over, just kicking thin air. Okay, this can't be locked out by a corner. But that also can't do that. So how are we going to do that? Looks like... not that. That. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Crushed it, mate. Good. Very happy. What else have we got? 5. Who's hiding here in the... Oh. That's unpleasant looking. It's only difficulty 4. I should be able to muddle through. Gemini, Compass, Delta. It's so weird that Gemini and Delta aren't next to each other in the list, rather than Compass being at the top or the bottom and the other 2 being next to each other, but that's by the by. This has a very interesting pattern of deltas here. The 7 here is quite large. That's a line. That's a nice thing to have for a certain start. I suspect this is not going to do that to get the 1 past this line. But the game's been tricky before. Otherwise it would be this plus some more stuff. This could just be a 1. Could it though? Because we only go 1 to the left. And therefore, to get to this, we'd have to take 2 to the left, which is not valid. And we can't go underneath. So that is in fact going to take that tile. Which tells us some things about these, obviously. But not the resulting total shape yet. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Well, we're not crossing this line. So out of this region, we need to pick up 3 below, because we can't take this one. That's not necessarily a line, but I mean, hold on. How do we resolve this and this at the same time? Because that would resolve this, but then this has to get a 1, again, back up here, which I previously said felt unlikely. But if this did this, this can't do that. That breaks this one. So that would result in this. Or this. That's ambiguous. But that would mean this guy is going to have to get to something like this. Except we have this Gemini, which my brain completely hadn't tweaked onto. So, can't ever do that. Whatever this shape ends up being, it can't be that because we can't take another one. So it's either this or this. Ambiguously. Now, this could come out under here and do something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But that doesn't allow for this to happen with a 4 long line and 1 coming out of it. This has to be a 4 long line. Which means this would have to be a 4 long line. Well, if it was this, we could go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And then that would end up there. And then from 6, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That gets the 1 resolved here. And then this can't be a 2. So it would have to be a 1 and a 1. But that can't be, because this can't be a 1 on its own. So back to the drawing board on that. It was looking nice, but then it wasn't. And am I still sure there's no other way to do this? This is taking one above. It can't go left and up because that takes 2 to the left. So that takes the up. This needs 3 below, but only one of them can be further left. So it's this with this ambiguity matched through here. That all still seems fine. So this has to get out somewhere. If this were this shape... Oh, hold on. Hold on. How far back can I undo? Is this faster? Okay. Around here. What if we went 1, 1, 2, 2, and flipped that? That's probably more what we're looking for. Okay. Now I feel reasonably comfortable trying to move forward. Although, this 11 having to match over here, this is 4, so this would be 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 11. That's... Oh, I did... Is it that? Oh my god, it might be that. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 1, 2. Not bad. Glad we stuck with this when we were debating in the middle. Don't know why I always say we. I know it's I, but you know. Here we are. Because you are here with me, dear viewer. Let's try and find a 5, shall we? I'm not going to touch those yet. They seem to be in kind of a coordinated group. 4. Have I not done this 3? Alright, I'll do this 3 then. Sure. 0, 0, and we have a shape bank. So, how are we gonna do this? That, I presume. And that. And that, but then we can't put another one in. So I'm not so sure about that one. Oh, it's 2 to the right, so we can do this. No, it's 2, not 2 here, it's 2 past this line. So we can do this. And then the rest is pretty simple. It's either this or this. It's not that. So it's this. And... nice. Not a bad one. How are we doing for totals? 39 of 49 for gold. 4, show me a 5. Oh, you're sneaky. I'll do you just before I forget about you. Size separation. Neighboring regions must have different areas, compasses, and area numbers. Alright, we can start chewing on that. Neighboring regions must have different areas. There's no way the 8s can all be one group. You get a line. You have to come out. You get a line. Why does this 4 and 0 seem really desaturated? Is that, I guess maybe there's sunlight dappling on the board in the overworld, and so this bit's just kind of extra bright. Looks a little strange, but that's fine. What else do we know to be true? True. Well, this is going to have to take 4 of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to be either 1, 2, 3, 4, but we can't do that. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. It's just that. That is actually not bad at all. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now here's the thing. We could do 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we couldn't. Okay, sure. Getting proved wrong by my own bits. So is that going to be just this with a 1? Because we can have oneers. Oneers are allowed. Can't touch this because we definitely have more than 2. What I don't like about this is how does this guy get 2 to its right without any of that? That looks not great. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Then 1. Something like that. That can't do that. But different areas. This is 4, 1, 6, 7, 8, somewhere out of all of that. Doesn't feel like my most confident stretch, but we did just briefly think about this not going up to here because we were going to join the 8, but we can't take this, but we can take that, and then we can't take this, but we can take that if we get rid of one of these, leaving that ambiguous. But if that were true, hold on. 4, 5. Let's just say 6, 7, 8, for example. Oh, it needs 1. Yeah, it needs... Hold on. I'm having a thought. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If this was true, I could do this and 1. Or I could do this and 1. And that's 2 different unique solutions. Which isn't a thing in the game. So that doesn't gel well with me. This 4, I'm fine with. 0 under, 4 to the right, that's just locked in. Is there somewhere else I could take something? That's as big as that could be, following its rules. So that is not going to take the 8. Then what? Let's look at this. This is really tightly contained, isn't it? So we need exactly 1 of these and this and 1 more. So the only options for this would be, I think, this. But neighboring regions have to have different areas. So I can't do... That's 2 left, 1 up. That's 1 left, 2 down, but they can't have the same areas. What? How are we going to do that? I felt like it was going so good. And now I'm a little stumped as I turn my fan on. Conundrums. That's right, I reached. There's no way these could be the same region because they are backed through a wall. I'm still not hugely certain what I'm doing with these 8s. You know? This guy here, and back to this, is going to need... Realistically, it feels like it has the options of 1, 2, 3, 4 for the 2 on the right. Now, it can't do this, except it can, because we could technically do that, but then this 2 doesn't have anywhere to go. Let's reframe this question a moment, now that I'm having another thought. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tiles here above this line. We need 2 of them here and 3 of them there. So, with that in mind, we have to basically figure out which one is not going to have a tile in it. But they can't both be 4s. So, if you need 3 above, we'd have to leave 2, but we can't get out to there. That's 5, and that's 4. That feels more manageable, but not incredible, you know? Because that can go out to there. Oh, but now this can't get out, right? Because it's only 4... No, 4 above does get out with 1 here. Do we pull this thread? Because right now I don't have a better thread to pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this needs +2 as an 8, but we also have to size separate the other 8s. This can't be a 1. Because it's already touching a 1. If that did that, this can't reach another 8 ever. So it means we can't touch this tile, this tile, this tile, this tile, this tile, this tile. But we need +2. And this needs 3 over. Unless this is going to do 1 high there. And somehow do higher over the other side, but it can't. If that did 3, that gets to there. It's not big enough, but we can't touch those because of size separation. And I'm starting to think this doesn't work. Because this guy only gets 2 over. Okay, I'm not convinced on this. The only thing I'm convinced of is what we have on the right. Like, I know this is gold, and that's all I've got. Which is not the strongest going. This is definitely picking up one of these two tiles. It can't take more than that. It's picking up either this, no, either that or that. So this can be a 3 or a 4. Which is important because then this needs to be the opposing. So this is a 4-3. How does it look the other way if we do a 3-4 would be that. Both, unfortunately, seem viable. So that's kind of annoying, but what I can, I guess, hold on. What do we know about this lot that must be? We know that this bottom guy must take this tile, right? Because in this 3 or this 4, it's taken. But that's the only one. Which means that gets a line. Wow. Huge. Game-breaking stuff, Gothic. You know what? I'll take any threads of defined information I can take. Here's something I've just thought about as well. We know that these guys aren't... they could meld if we go directly upwards rather than over corners. How did I not think of that? I don't know. So this was our 1. So this is a variable, and this is variable. And up here, it's this or this. So this is fixed, and then this is variable, and variable, and that one's variable too, right? Because it's either 4 or 3. So what was your other variable? It's either that or that. So you're the other variable. Don't feel like I've learned tons here, but hey. Please, game, give me an insight into something extra. So this was our 3-4 pair. Is something similar happening up here? And if it's not, how are these 8s joining together in a satisfactory way? I can't leave 2 1s there and there. do that. Which would put you there. And you there. Honestly, I don't hate it. But I don't have lots to go on right now. So this is a 4, which means this would need to be a 5. But that gets to 8, and then the 3 is screwed. Which is not helping. I'm having issues. Is there ever a world where this 8 joins that 8? This side would have to change so there's not 2 1s next to each other. And then this would have to change to be something else. Still don't feel great. Ah, this is broken. How can I do this? Like that. This one hasn't felt good. But I don't see any way I get these 8s to touch now. Well, don't be so hasty. He's cooking. 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1. This 2, 3 was in the 8s all along. Alright, well. I'm glad my variable option figuring out here did something helpful for me, as well as slowly eventually figuring out that the 8s were going to be in paired sideways groups. That is plenty enough for today. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.